My name's Martin. As of Monday the 8th of July, I'm going to be starting as a support worker with Elmore Community Services. Now, how that started was I have quite a history of chaotic substance abuse. I've spent quite a lot of time in and out of institutions, and 2 years ago I left residential rehabilitation prematurely and against advice, and the odds were hugely against me in that I came to Oxford, I had no job, I had no money, I had nowhere to live, and I didn't really know anybody that wasn't using drugs. So as a result of that, I had to access a direct hostel, which is called O'Hanlon House. Now, anybody that knows the place will know that, you know, for someone in recovery from drugs, it's a really bad place to be. You know, probably 80% of the people in there alcoholics, drug addicts, and you know they have serious mental health issues. So that being the case, I was really vulnerable. You know, I still had some unresolved issues, and being around those sort of people, you know, was very dangerous for me. One of the resettlement staff there mentioned a place called Aspire, which I didn't know a lot about at the time. This particular guy said, you know, I might find it helpful having something to get up for in the mornings, you know, something positive to do during the day. So on the back of that, I telephoned Aspire and I said, you know, I'm interested in doing some kind of education, training, employment with a view to going into paid work. I was brought in probably about 2 weeks later. I met with one of the support workers here who had a chat with me, kind of identified what my immediate needs were and what my goals were for the future. And I think it was probably the following week I started with Aspire. I was going out gardening, I was doing the recycling, I was doing some painting and decorating. If not that, I was probably sitting in the education suite downstairs, you know, brushing up on IT skills and what have you. I think within a couple of months, I secured a job at the train station just across the road as a coffee shop assistant. Didn't really feel that that was right for me. It wasn't what I wanted to do long term. However, I stuck it for a few months. But, I left that job, went into some voluntary work, volunteering with the main drug and alcohol service then in Oxford, which was Smart. Through that I did a mentoring course at college, I did some rehab trips, I covered a detox unit, a drop-in centre, and I was always kind of exploring ways of getting into the field, you know, asking questions where I thought relevant. That stopped after about 8 months because I took on another paid job at a taxi rank as a telephonist operator. Did that for about 4 months, but again felt that it wasn't where I wanted to go. That was more a case of wanting to earn some money. I left there, went back into the voluntary work, this time with a mental health charity called Restore. About 8 months there in total. I mean, through working there, my IT skills have improved massively. It's taught me to work as part of a team. Whilst all the time, you know, chasing my dream, which would be a job in the field. Applied for a job at Elmore Community Services in April this year, and I was shortlisted. Got the first interview, telephone call the following week saying I'd got a second interview, which was, you know, really good news. Had the second interview, I think it was about 3 or 4 days after, you know, they phoned me to say that I'd been given the job, which was absolutely brilliant. So it was only this morning actually that I got an email saying that I start Monday. So, you know, it's now like, it really is living the dream. Yeah. I mean, to come from where I've come from to now find myself in a position where, you know, I live in my own flat, I've got a few decent mates, I've got the job of my dreams. You know, I wouldn't change it for the world.